Let's take a look at the clothing Otzi was wearing when he was found. So that's Otzi. Or a reconstruction of Otzi, like the Wax Museum. It's a reconstruction of Otzi the Iceman at the South Tyrol Museum of Archaeology in Bolzano, Italy. Here's what the Iceman was wearing when he died 5,300 years ago. The new DNA study of ancient clothing reveals that Otzi, the European mummy, shopped locally. This was published in 2016. Since the discovery of Otzi the Iceman in a European glacier in 1991, scientists have recovered a wealth of information from his 5,300-year-old mummified remains. The brown-eyed, gap-toothed, tattooed man most likely spent his 40-odd years farming and herding, and was probably suffering from a painful stomachache at the time that he died a quick, although violent, death in the Otzi Alps. After 25 years of extensive scientific research and media coverage, the Neolithic Iceman has certainly secured his place as Europe's oldest celebrity. However, only now are we getting a detailed answer to the inevitable question posed to every celebrity these days. Otzi, who are you wearing? If you click on the article, you will be able to watch an autopsy of the 5,300-year-old Iceman. Make sure you take a look at that. It's just a time-lapse video. Why clothing counts. The Iceman was recovered back in 1991 with a full assortment of clothing, including a hide coat, skin leggings, a fur hat, and hay-stuffed shoes. Due to the decomposition of the leather and fur over thousands of years, however, researchers have been unable to conclusively pinpoint specific animal species for some of the components of Otzi's wardrobe. Understanding the choice of animals used in ancient clothing production, domestic or wild, local or imported, provides unique insights into the human past. Was the clothing worn purely for utility, usefulness, or did it reflect the social status of the wearer for fashion? Were animal skins selected solely due to their availability, or were certain types of leathers and furs prized for their specific qualities? A coat of many skins. Researchers were able to capture ancient DNA markers in 9 samples of leather and fur from different articles of the Iceman's clothing. According to their study published in Scientific Reports, Otzi's attire choices were selective and pragmatic, useful. They confirmed that Otzi's leather loincloth and hide coat were haphazardly stitched from sheepskin, an identification already made in previous studies. However, the genetic DNA analysis revealed that the sheep species sampled is closer to modern domestic European sheep than to their wild cousins, and that the articles were fashioned from the skins of at least 4 animals. The analysis showed that part of Otzi's coat was also made from domesticated goat, belonging to a mitochondrial haplogroup, a genetic population that shares a common female ancestor, that still roams the hills and valleys of Central Europe today. You can see the clothing items that Otzi was wearing. This is all that was left of his items, and we're going to go clockwise from top left. So he had his hay-stuffed shoes, a goat and sheepskin cloth coat. You can see this is all that was left of it, and that's the outline of what the coat should look like. Then we go down to look at his goat skin leggings, his bear fur hat, grass matting, and a sheepskin loincloth, like underwear. Neolithic style, locally sourced. The fact that the coat was made from at least several animals belonging to at least 2 different species leads the researchers to conclude that the Iceman's coat was stitched together and possibly repaired with any hides that were handy at the time. On the other hand, Otzi's leggings were also crafted from domesticated goat leather, and not a species of wolf, fox, or dog as previously thought. The fact that a similar pair of 6,500-year-old leggings discovered in Switzerland were also fashioned from goat leather suggests that it may have been a material deliberately chosen for its specific qualities. While Otzi lived a life of farming and herding, he may also have hunted and trapped wild animals in his alpine environment. Shoelaces fashioned from the predominant European genetic population of cattle round out the domesticated species identified in the tests on the clothing samples. While Otzi likely lived a life of farming and herding, he may have also hunted and trapped wild animals in his alpine environment. Genetic analysis, DNA, shows that his quiver was made from wild roe deer, while his fur hat was fashioned from a genetic lineage of brown bears still seen in the region today. Make sure you get all these 6 items in your mind map and upload pictures of the items into your mind map if you wish to do so.